Hi Sagittarius and welcome to Faylight Tarot. This video is for your manifestation for the next 4 weeks, that time period being from mid-November to early December. As per usual, I have cleansed and pre-shuffled my cards because I like to take my time over that and I don't like to waste any of yours. Now, as any tarot reader will tell you, there are a lot of you out there, so take what resonates and leave behind what doesn't. And if nothing resonates for you at all, then that's okay. It's just not the reading for you. You can try again next time. But should you like what you see in here today, then please, by all means, do hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons. And I'll see you again for your next reading, which is for your wellness check-in. Okie dokie. So, interestingly, you have 2 cups, 1 sword, 1 wand, 1 pentacle, but for your current energy that you're putting out into the universe right now, you have a major arcana. So something has brought you to this. This is something that you have learned before. You have, for this energy, is the Lover's card. So tell me about the Lover's card for Sagittarius, please. Tell me about the Lover's card for Sagittarius. Okay, interesting. So, you're in a good place right now in terms of how you are going about making connections with people. So, I feel that you've made a real concentrated effort to go and learn how to communicate with people that are on the same wavelength as you, the same values as you, the same intellect as you. And I feel that you're in a place right now where you're starting to really develop your groups that you're in, some creativity groups, some learning groups, even amongst your peers. And I feel that you're feeling quite fulfilled about that, which is lovely. Your boundaries are being respected, and you in turn are respecting other people's boundaries. Let's have a look at the bottom of the deck for the subconscious and the hidden. We have the Two of Pentacles. We have the Page of Pentacles, the King of Swords, and you've got the Lovers again. Oh, and you've got the Moon card here too. Yes, I feel that there's an essence of you trying to regain some equilibrium within yourself in terms of trying to be seen as doing the right thing and being dependable and reliable while also speaking truth and clarity, which is wonderful. Now, what that has done is that has strengthened your bonds within yourself, and it's helped you to reframe some of your boundaries into the more healthier aspects. And what that has done is that's helped you to blow away illusions of the people that actually really didn't have your best interests at heart, which is incredible. Well done. So I feel that there's been a lot of solid work happening for you here, Sagittarius, which is absolutely phenomenal. So, what energy should you be more open to receiving? And that is that Queen of Swords energy, continuing your deliverance of your truth, being victorious over dishonesty, winning your battles, maybe even the likes of any intellectual pursuits that you're being a part of. Tell me about the Queen of Swords for Sagittarius, please. Thank you very much. Oops, fumble. Very interesting. Okay. Now, you were pretty much in this position here. We have the Five of Pentacles in reverse. You've got the Hermit on its side, and you've got the Lovers in reverse here. Okay. Now, by you doing this, you know, like speaking your truth and your honesty and so on. Even learning more. And going after victory is like not backing down basically until you're victorious. I feel that in a way that is going to enrich you with the Five of Pentacles in reverse. However, it feels to be that there is a warning here for you with the Hermit being on its side and the Lovers in reverse here. Be careful of using your language wisely. Because if you're not careful, then you could very well sever some connections that are actually in your favour, which is interesting. I think it's a case of, you know, like you, with great power comes great responsibility. That kind of aspect. Let's have a look at the bottom of the deck to see what's happening. We have the Ten of Pentacles, Temperance, the Five of Swords. We've also got the Three of Wands here and the Page of Cups. Okay. Now, there is no doubt about it that you being truthful and honest and really going after your ambitions will be lucrative for you. Okay. It will see you successful and you will be recognized for that. No doubt about that. But Temperance is telling you to just weigh out some things. Balance out the, well, for lack of better explanation, the masculine, feminine energies, the Mars and Venus. Balance them out. Also, Temperance talks about waiting for the right time. So is this an appropriate time for you to say your truth? You know, also, how do you deliver it? Like you can, there's a difference between saying to somebody, I'm not entirely sure that that's the correct path to take, or that that's the correct choice to take, which is more constructive, or you're a fucking fanny. That's aggressive. They have the same message, but one of them will definitely lead to a fight. So maybe have a wee think about that. And funnily enough, there's the Five of Swords there, that all or nothing thing. Again, that whole winning at all costs thing, like be wary about that, because what this is going to do is this is going to lead you to a path that leads you to the rest of your life. Now, with the Three of Wands here, this is the path that he's on. This is him looking towards the future. This is the path that he didn't take. Okay? And there's a fine amount of space between the two. So it can go either way. So how do you do that? How do you temper this newfound power with tact? Quite simply, you approach things with curiosity. And maybe that's the easiest way to do it, to think about that. So instead of telling somebody that they're a fucking fanny, maybe saying to them, I'm curious why that's the path that you chose, that you take. Could you walk me through that? Diplomacy, yo. So, what outcome could happen if you embrace this energy? And that is the Five of Cups. And essentially, that was everything that we were just talking about, that potential of loss. Tell me about the Five of Cups, please. Nope, you didn't want it. Oh, you'd wanted to. Okay. How very, very interesting. Okay, right, we have the Knight of Cups in reverse, we have the Two of Swords, we have the Eight of Cups, we've got the Star card, and we've also got Temperance in reverse. Okay. Yep. So what may happen if you embrace this Queen of Swords energy? If you embrace it too much, I feel that it'll lead to a loss. Because what will happen is that you may end up overusing the power of the Queen of Swords, honesty and truthful and straight from the hip talking, and it may end up actually doing a detriment to your emotional health. You may become no longer enamored with people, with situations, with your lot in life. And then that's going to lead to a really difficult crossroads for you. Do you walk away, or do you realize that you have no patience? Because that's the thing, really. The by you not exercising patience and temperance, there is the danger of you being led towards abandonment, and that sucks. And like I said, it's okay for you to speak your truth and your honesty, and your clarity and so on, to get rid of the bad weeds. Because you don't want weeds in your garden. Just be careful with who you're exercising that with, because you will get there. If you put the framework down for this whole being able to speak honestly and with clarity, like what you have done up here, then you understanding that, okay, well, for me to speak my truth, then that means that I have to sacrifice my emotions. That's not true. That is not true in the slightest. Walk away from that. Okay? Because what that is lack of patience. The Star card is telling you that by uniting these things and realizing that it's a give and take situation, that's the right path for you. That's the path that leads to healing. That is the path that leads to new hope. Have a look at the bottom of the deck. You have the Devil card, you have the Queen of Pentacles, the Death card, the Eight of Wands, and the Six of Swords here. Right, yeah. I feel that there is some aspect of something has happened to you, Sagittarius, that has left you feeling incredibly deceived. Somebody has majorly taken advantage of you. And what that has done is that's put you in a position where, yes, you are generous and you are bountiful and so on, but there's also that little element of you being a bit insular or isolated. Now, if you reconcile this with you here, recognizing that you don't have to sacrifice your emotions in order to tell your truth, you don't have to hurt somebody in order to make sure that your needs are being met. Once you reconcile that, this cycle will end, because this is only going to perpetuate it if you don't address this. That's how you end the cycle. The work comes from you. You will be reborn anew. And what's going to happen there is that it's going to bring you a new level of communication that you never thought was possible. And what's even better is that you will quickly start to address those things from the past that are putting holes in your boat. Wow. So, what is the leap of faith that you need to take into consideration? And that is the Eight of Wands. So, it could be something to do with fast movement, something to do with communication, travel, something about quick working. Tell me about the Eight of Wands, please, for Sagittarius. Eight of Wands for Sagittarius. Why are you pinging on the floor? Oh, don't make me bend. Well, that's interesting. Okay, we have the Page of Cups. We have the Knight of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups. We've also got the Emperor and the Six of Cups on its side here. Oh, how good. Okay. Be curious about the opportunities that come your way. The luck that comes your way. Because something is coming in for you. And it could be something that does involve travel or relocation or something along those lines. Maybe even a retreat, for example, might be something for you to think about doing. Because I feel that what this is going to do is this is going to actually set you into understanding where some of this comes from. Because with the Knight of Pentacles here, I wonder, are you used to being that person that is super dependable, super reliable? The one that people approach because they know that you'll go out and get the thing that they need. You're so dependable. And why is that? Why are you so dependable and so reliable? Well, I hate to say it, but I feel that the answer lies somewhere maybe within your past. Something to do with an authority figure. It could be a parent, could be a boss, supervisor, somebody that you held in high esteem anyway. Perhaps it was a pursuit of getting them to actually love you instead of not be stern with you. And as a result, perhaps your idea of what happened in the past actually became a bit skewed. I apologise if that's a bit too real for you there, Sagittarius, but I would not be doing this correctly if I wasn't honest with you about what I could see. Now, that's just a suggestion of what it could be. But it looks to me like that's what's happening here. Have a look at the bottom. Yeah, at some point, I feel you have the Strength card, the Five of Cups. You've got the High Priestess, the Three of Cups, and the Queen of Pentacles here. I feel that you have lost some degree of your own strength along the way. And intuitively, you know that. You know that that's what it is. And even though you've had celebrations and you've had a good time, and you've become quite successful in your own right, you feel that you want an end to all of this heartache. You do. And with the Seven of Swords here, it's interesting to me that that whole suggestion of you maybe not recollecting some of the things from the past in the way that it actually happened is interesting, because the Seven of Swords can talk about deception, sneaking out through the back door, so to speak. Very interesting. So, how can you manifest more effectively? And that is the King of Pentacles. Look at the resources that you have. What are some of the things that you can access in order to make things easier for yourself, in order to help you understand some of the things that we've talked about today? Tell me about the King of Pentacles for Sagittarius, please. There we go. Thank you. Okay. We have the Queen of Pentacles on its side. We have the Hanged Man, the Eight of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Page of Swords on its side. Okay. I wonder if you perhaps feel that you don't have as many resources as what you actually do. Maybe you don't feel grounded enough for it. But to some degree, you have to sacrifice some of your resources in order to keep them for any particular reason. But I feel that if you just gave into the universe a little, you would realize that you're actually pretty okay. Because the Eight of Swords has the ability to navigate her way through these swords that have kept her bound. She is able to lift the veil from her eyes that keeps her blinded. She can do that if she chooses to do that. So why not? Why not do that? Because, as I said, you have enough resources around you to be comfortable and to live in a type of luxury, to enjoy what you have. So why don't you think you do? Do you think you don't deserve it? We have the Seven of Cups, the Ace of Cups. We've got the Wheel of Fortune and the Seven of Swords here. I think actually the concept of you looking at how many resources you actually have is something that is pretty overwhelming to you. Maybe that's something that you haven't thought about before. There are so many things happening here, and I don't like to tap any of these resources. I like to just leave it to chance. If something comes my way, then it comes my way. But consider the concept, Sagittarius, that this might be a fated path for you to look for this. Because this is going to be you being able to have the ability to look at the deceit, to look at the heartaches and put them to an end, which results in your unity and a lifelong lesson in your own truth. Wonderful. What is your potential outcome? The Knight of Cups, and that is you delivering the messages of your heart. You being romanced, figuratively or literally, seeking out emotional expression. Tell me about the Knight of Cups for Sagittarius, please. Thank you. Okay. So you have the Ten of Swords on its side, the Tower card. You have the Four of Pentacles on its side. You have the Knight of Cups again in reverse. Again, that's the universe slapping you up about the head to tell you double confirmation here, pay attention. The Devil card and the Four of Wands here. Okay. I think here with the Ten of Swords on its side, the Tower card, and the Four of Pentacles being on its side too, there's almost this notion of, but if I addressed my traumas and the things that make me uncertain and I put an end to them, then what about my values? Who am I? What makes me? What makes my core? Well, consider this. If there was anything in this world that you could do, if you were totally free of anything, consequences, money, morality, even anything, what would you do? What would be in the top of your list? What would be in the bottom of your list? If you could put yourself like a Sims character into your perfect situation where you had happiness and contentment, what would that look like to you? Maybe that's a question to ask you about how to shape your values. Because this not being able to deliver your messages of what is in your heart, that's negative thinking. It's also not your authentic thinking. This is your trauma thinking. That's what that is. And honestly, at the heart of it all, I just want stability. That's all anybody really wants, stability. If we're stable, we are safe. If we are safe, we enjoy life. If we enjoy life, we are happy. It's a blueprint. That's what we want. Yep. Where is your equilibrium, Sagittarius? Because the end of this is nigh. You just have to take it, because you will be reborn again. You will have this beautiful period of renewal, which is going to open you up to so many new experiences, travel, creativity, beautiful connections, and communications. Your truth and your victory are still going to be there, but it's going to be a different type. It's going to be softer. It's going to be more molded to your shape and your needs. And with it, the world is open to you. You will have unity of self. You will have power of you. You can go anywhere and do anything. Nothing is outside of your grasp, including your emotions. Well, Sagittarius, that was a hell of a reading. It was pretty heavy, and I felt dreadful for you once or twice. But like I said, I need to be honest with you about what I see. And I apologise truly if I didn't sweeten my words well enough for you. It's just what happens when I get into the zone. And if that is the case, then I really am sorry, and I'll try my best to reflect on that and do better in the future. But if this was reading for you, then as I say, please do hit the like, share and subscribe buttons to help me grow my channel. And If you liked what you saw and you heard today, then I also have links to your general reading and your career and finances in the description box below. So you can check those out if you're interested. But in the meantime, I hope I've given you a lot to think about in the process. You take care of yourself, all right? Bye.